What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back we're gonna call this a K-pop news / discussion video because we're gonna be reporting and also talking on the, ticketing information for KCON New York for this year. And it is definitely something that is very, very interesting. And I actually really like the way that they are doing things. Or I should say there's things that I like about it and there are things that I don't I guess kind of like about it. But the big thing is that they are splitting the audience or the fan engagements away from the concert tickets. So those are completely separate things that you have to buy separately, which I think is very, very cool. So of course it cuts a little bit of cost off of the concert tickets, which for someone like me who didn't care about artist engagement passes or anything like that, it's going to save me a little bit of money when I, buy the level of ticket that's going to get me the seat that I want, because I was spending, whatever that money was, like over the last 4 years, I think, to get the seats at the concert, and I wasn't really putting in any consideration or thought to the artist engagements that I was potentially, going to be getting out of it. It wasn't something that factored into my mind. I thought that the money that I was spending on that was relatively worth the, seat position that I was potentially going to be getting for the concert. I thought that was pretty decent value. And of course, I kind of wrote off a little bit of that money as some of it was going to something that I wasn't going to actually take advantage of, just, considered waste. So splitting artist engagements from like actual attending the concert, I think is something that is, very, very good. I think it's definitely something that is really, really awesome and is going to be a, benefit for people like me. And of course, a benefit for people who want to buy, P3, cheap concert tickets, but also want to get fan engagements too, because previously that was not an opportunity for them. Like, they would pay their $50 for the concert for one night, or $100 or something like that, 90, whatever it is for this year, for the concerts for the weekend, and they would basically get audience opportunities. Like, they wouldn't even be guaranteed to be in attendance in an audience of a high touch. They would just have an opportunity to potentially be at 2 of them over the weekend, which is, it's cool, but at the same time, like, there's a little bit of like the more expensive tickets were more valuable, so to speak, because you get more stuff out of them in comparison to the cheaper tickets, which you really didn't get a whole lot of anything that I would consider to be particularly valuable, if that makes any sense. But that's really, really cool. Concert tickets a little bit cheaper, and if you want to have, take on the extra expense to participate in artist engagements, then you can pay that extra money, and that's perfectly cool. So this is KCON kind of, I guess, looking at looking at things critically, as like, there are people who potentially aren't going to go to the concert. It is a possibility that people aren't going to go to the concert, and they will, go and get their audience engagements. They'll be in attendance at the convention, and they will get their audience engagements. Or just as another scenario that I just thought of, that people will buy, P1 or P2 tickets, but they won't actually attend one of the nights, but they only buy such high level tickets because they get more opportunities for artist engagements. That's also a thing that I just thought of as well. So it's kind of a little bit of a benefit where they get the most people the thing that they actually want, which is, for people who want to attend the concert, then they have the maximum opportunity to attend the concert. For people who are more interested in artist engagements, then they have the maximum opportunity to get artist engagements that they want, or I should say the opportunity for artist engagements that they want, because I don't think you get to pick what group, which I think would be the next step, and is something that would be, it makes sense to me, but I don't know what their system is and what they're kind of thinking and stuff like that behind the scenes. I would be interested though. So I think that that's really, really, cool. Of course, the next benefit to that, which I'd kind of alluded to previously, is that people who buy cheap concert tickets, the P3 level, the lowest tier of concert ticket, now they have the opportunity, when they didn't previously, to actually get high touches. And it was not even remotely a possibility for somebody, unless they traded or they bought them. That's a big thing at KCON. I know I sat through it the entire Thursday, trading session last year, or for the most part, I sat through most of it just so I could sit through LA traffic and kind of miss some traffic. But that's not relevant. But now people who are, again, not particularly concerned with having the best seats in the house for the concert can, save some money. But if they want to spend some extra money to get the highest artist engagement pack, the A1 pack, which will get them 1 high touch, 2 audience passes, and be in attendance for the red carpet, then they can spend that money to get that. Which I think is kind of which is a cool thing. You kind of balance the economics exactly of, like I kind of said previously, what is most important to you. So if you think that artist engagements are more important than where you're sitting in your viewpoint for the concert, then you spend more money on your artist engagements and you don't spend as much money for the concert. I think that's actually a pretty good deal for the people who are, well, going to be attending this event. It's very, very cool and works really, really well. Personally, looking at the prices for the artist engagement packs, I think they're a little high, but that's of course me personally, as I said previously, who does not necessarily value this stuff like at all. It's not something that really interests me. And that's really that. But of course, just similar to all of the prices for the tickets and the diamond and the platinum tiers on all this stuff, like people are going to pay for it. KCON knows it. It's just, the supply and demand, it's economics, that it is what it is. And that's really that. So, ultimately, I think that the whole change in their ticketing scheme is really, really fantastic. It's going to save potentially some money or it's going to potentially save money for the people who, for some people. And it gives people the opportunity to spend money where they get the most value for it, which I think is really, really good. That's really, smart for KCON because, like I said, I wasn't getting my entire value out of my concert ticket because, I wasn't taking advantage of the added value of artist engagements. So I can buy my concert ticket, not buy any artist engagement packs. I get full value for what I paid for, where previously I wasn't, because I wasn't personally taking advantage of it. And other people can not be, take a little bit of, who don't value the concert so much, but value artist engagements can, spend their money appropriately. I think it's really, really cool. That's all I got to say for this. Just a little bit of a topic, a little bit of a news, a little bit of discussion thing. So I want to know what you guys are thinking about this whole KCON ticket thing, whether or not you're in the United States and you can go or anything. I'm interested to hear what you guys have got to say, especially like maybe potentially smaller concerts should consider potentially doing this, like giving people the option to pay for, artist engagements or fan engagements, I should say, separate from their concert ticket. That's an interesting thing to kind of think about. So that's all I got to say for this. I want to know what you guys think, of course, down in the comments below. Share your thoughts and opinions, no matter what they are, because we're trying to build a community here that is all about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions, no matter what they are. So if you're interested in joining that community, click the subscribe button down below so that you can subscribe. And of course, while you're down there, click on the bell icon to turn on notifications to ensure that you do not miss a single video. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.